Back to Scoreline. My name is Robinson Okenye. In studio with me is Tabitha Makamu and Cedric Musumba. And we are talking about the Sport Pesa League, the fixtures that we have for the day, as well as the fixtures that we have for tomorrow. Remember, we've reviewed the fixtures that we have for the day. And now I want us to focus on the fixtures that we have for tomorrow. But before we do that, we do have a question for the day. And we are asking you, how many matches has FC Leopards won so far this season in the Sport Pesa League? How many matches has FC Leopards won this season in the Sport Pesa League? You can tweet to us at r_Kenya at KTN News KE, and you can also SMS at 22151. Remember, the SMS is free. You will not be charged. And then the first two correct answers get to walk away with this Sport Pesa merchandise that we have here in studio. Of course, the thermal flasks as well as the jerseys. So we were talking about the fixtures that we have for the day, and we've looked at what to expect in the tie between FC Leopards and KCB. But tomorrow we do have also other fixtures. And Cedric and Tabi, I want to draw your attention to the tie between Tusker FC and Murang'a Seal. Yes. This is a match that, of course, also people will be wanting to see how Tusker, can rejuvenate themselves and reintegrate themselves back to, contention of the league. And so far, things are not going the way they expected them to go this season for the Brewers.
Yes. I remember when I was watching the game against Shabana, and after they had drawn, it felt like Coach Okere...
It was a relief for him.
Yeah, it felt like that mojo had come back to him. Yes. Tusker fans have really been pushing for Coach Okere to go. On the stands, they have been Okere to go. And I think it takes a toll on a coach sometimes when you feel like the fans are not on your side and they don't want to give you time to build the squad. But I think this game might actually be a win for them. I know in the last game they lacked the expertise of Eric Kapaito, who is an amazing striker. We've seen even when he was playing for Kariobangi Sharks.
Yes.
I'm sorry to add that. But yeah, he's an amazing striker. I feel like with him coming back, he'll definitely help Tusker to go back to the place where we know they belong. Them being at the bottom, Apo chini wakipigana, is not really a good look for them. But also at the same time, Murang'a Seal really have to build their squad, because we remember last season they narrowly escaped relegation. And I also feel like, yes, they're building their squad, but this is the game that Tusker definitely has to win it. They have really good players. They've really invested in the team. So I'm hoping Coach Okere puts all the cards on the table and they get something from this game.
Tomorrow also we have Shabana against Mathare. Cedric Musumba, what are you expecting in that tie? Shabana to bounce back after they lost their previous match to Posta. And most people feel like, that day they were mourning the death of the late Raila Odinga. The game should not have been played.
If there's a team that actually has turned their spaces into a slaughterhouse, it's this Shabana that we are talking about. And also what I like about the move, Shabana does not play with the 11 players in the pitch. They are forced that actually pushes Shabana to the tail end of each and every match. And that's what actually football should be investing in currently space in the country. So as to say, you draw yourself down to where the bananas plants are really sparingly produced in massive. You expect also to come back without even a single piece of banana, simply because how the urge of grinding points actually cultivating that particular point. And I necessarily think that if Mathare they are not carefully to go and grind points in that particular spaces, Shabana will be focused on riding their spaces to topple Posta Rangers, simply because they are not far away from each other on the log. So as to say, it's a team that has a purpose, has the structure that is working for them, and they are playing that particular essence with a target or a certain, aiming at a certain goal at the tail end of each and every aspect and activities they are expressing in.
Now that we are here, I can see Hassan Juma is trying to make things move the right way. And as I had earlier mentioned, we do have the English Premier League trophy coming to studio. And before we do that, let's complete the Sport Pesa League conversation, Tabitha.
Yes.
Posta Rangers, the team on top of the log, will be taking on Gor Mahia.
Yes.
An interesting clash that we have tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. What are your expectations?
My expectations is to see a Gor Mahia without Ebenezer Dukwa, and they will perform well. You know, he's the guy so far that has literally carried Gor Mahia on his back. He's the one who's giving the assist or scoring. Has scored the goal of the season, in my opinion, so far. I know the season hasn't ended, but yeah, I hope they will ride on that wave they have had.
Yes.
But on the other side, Posta Rangers, Coach Pamzo has really been doing amazing with the squad. The players are really in sync, and they're also the team that has mostly surprised me with how they have been playing. They play really good football, counter-attack. They take spaces in every single place they're playing, be it the defense or the mid. So I love their counter-attacks. I'm hoping that Gor Mahia, with the defense that they have had with Akina Kibwage, who played very well at Chan, and Sylvester, I'm hoping they will be able to culminate that by not... But I still think there will be a draw between the two of them.
Should be a draw between the two of them.
Yes.
Cedric, let's quickly run through the table of the Sport Pesa League, and we'll begin with the team at the top of the league, that is Posta Rangers, followed by the mighty Shabana with 7 points. Kakamega Homeboys currently means Kakamega Homeboys, if they hold on to that 1-0 lead against Ulinzi, they go to 10 points. Gor Mahia fourth with 6 points. Nairobi United, they will not be in action this weekend in the league. They have 6 points. Let's move on to the other 5 teams completing the top 10. We move back to the other 5 teams completing the top 10 in the Sport Pesa League. Remember, all eyes will be on that tie between Posta Rangers and Gor Mahia, first versus fourth, while Shabana will be at the Gusii Stadium taking on Mathare United. An interesting fixture that we also have on the cards tomorrow. Kakamega Homeboys leading at the moment against Ulinzi Stars. Also a very, very interesting fixture that we have. So the other teams that we have, KCB at number 6, followed by Bidco United, Bandari, Kariobangi Sharks, and Ulinzi Stars. They complete the top 10. Let's take a look at now the bottom 10 in the league that we have. The bottom 10 in the league, that is the Sport Pesa League. You have Kenya Police, followed by Mara Sugar, Mathare United, and Sofapaka, as well as AFC Leopards, who are yet to win a game in the league so far. And then you have Muranga Seal with 3 points, Tusker FC also 3 points, and APS Bomet also 3 points. A very, very interesting, that is the table that we have at the moment. And of course, we are expecting changes in the table after this weekend. Who knows, probably Shabana might be on top at the end of the league. Now, remember, as I had earlier promised, Tabi,
yes.
Do you watch the English Premier League?
Yes.
I know Cedric is not a fan of any team in the Premier League. Which team do you support?
Okay, so I have 2 teams. I know that sounds crazy.
You can't have 2 teams.
No, let me just explain. So Manchester United is the team that I've grown up
the
watching.
Biggest team in the world.
Yes. And Sunderland was my championship team because I watched the EPL. So it was my championship team. I've supported them for so long. And now they've come to the league. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should stop supporting them, but I still love them.
You still
They
love
are my
them.
guys.
I know Cedric will be looking forward to the El Clasico. Of course, tomorrow at 6 p.m. That is the biggest game in the world. We'll be looking forward to that. Now, I want us to switch gears. We get into some English Premier League action. And as I had promised earlier, the English Premier League trophy is here with us, and it will be getting in studio in, or rather not in a bit, but at the moment. So please, if you can just join us here in studio. This is the English Premier League trophy. Remember, only 7 teams have lifted this trophy. Cedric, do you know the 7 teams? Manchester United,
Liverpool.
Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Blackburn, Leicester,
Yes.
and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, as they say, there are others, are horses who are, trying to search this. Now that we're switching gears, talking about the English Premier League, the trophy is here in studio. But do you know how this trophy was made? Let's take a look at this story on how the trophy for the English Premier League was made before we come and talk about this trophy. Take a look.